I vehemently disagree with you, but I'm not going to use my challenge and I'm not going to use my argument. All I'm going to say is everything that you said about its viability competitively in the game, its late game mechanics are all true. But its design is not fucking mid. Okay, you did that to piss me the fuck off to
No,
use
it
one
is.
of my.
It is. It
It's
is.
not. It's not mid. It's not. What's going on, guys? And welcome to not a podcast, but a fun little video series thing that Jake and I have decided that we are going to do in honor of the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. And considering the fact that we are both now officially 30 years old, we
Yep.
figured we might as well go ahead and talk about and do the good old tried and trusted thing of tearing up some Pokemon. So we're going to go through all the generations, and why not start out with the one that I guess started them all, Generation 1.
Yep. How many times has it been remade? 4? 5?
Three, 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 three.
Let's go. Fire red, leaf green.
And red
Do you
and
count
red and green. So
yellow?
just three. Nah, that's not a remake. That's just like that's like an emerald, right?
Yeah, it's like an add-on. I'd
Yeah,
class it as
yeah, it's
4.
like DLC. Okay, all right,
4 with
fair enough.
DLC.
Four, yeah, four, and the sheer amount of ROM hacks we've played in that engine, definitely seems like a lot more. We've been going to
Yeah.
Kanto a lot, but we are
Um,
all very familiar with the 151 Pokemon. That's for
yeah,
sure.
the original 151. Well, there's not a lot of them, to be honest. I feel like this could be fairly quick. So we've got tiers
It could
of
be.
godlike, amazing, pretty good, average, pretty bad, and trash. Um, we don't have to go in any particular order, Luke. So if you've got anything that's screaming off your brain, just
Obviously, like the first one that comes to mind is like it's Pikachu. Like you got to put Pikachu in Godlike because it's the mascot. It's the one that started it all. It's Pikachu. It's the probably the most recognizable media property in the entire world. Like you show someone a picture of Pikachu, they're gonna know that's Pikachu if they can speak. Know what that is.
even if they
So
can't, they probably know what Pikachu is. They just don't know what his name
yeah,
is. um,
exactly.
and,
They know that's a Pikachu.
and competitively, they actually made it quite viable. Like
Yeah.
holding the light ball, it can do some bits. Like I do like
Mhm.
using Pikachu quite a lot. I've used it on quite a lot of my playthroughs as well. Not that it's just
Yeah.
that it is the mascot, but it is it's a fairly good mon.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking
Overall,
through
I would
this,
say.
and I've got another godlike entry into this, and I don't care what anyone says. Poliwhirl is literally a godlike Pokemon. I am a Poliwhirl stan. I don't care what you say. This guy could have been the mascot if he wanted to be, but he didn't want to be because he's too edgy. Nah, this Pokemon, it's just, he's so goofy, man. He's so goofy. He doesn't do
Yeah.
anything other than Pokemon Company and me seem to latch onto the fact that he is just a great, I don't know. He's just not a great Pokemon. It's just worthy of the memes and worthy of the laughs. So I'm happy
He's
to leave him up in godlike tier because there is no one else on the team, like in this 151, that would even touch godlike other than Poliwhirl.
I think we could find a couple more, but Poliwhirl is definitely very aesthetically pleasing to look at. Like the colors look really well. He fits a very cool vibe going on. One that just kind of jumps right off like the bin of just like when I think of it, I just think mid as all hell. I literally I look at Meowth. I think Meowth is just mid. I don't know
Oh.
why. I'm not a big fan of Meowth. I just like he's fine. Like yes, I get it's iconic because of the anime. Like, but
Is he the only one that can
beyond
speak?
that, he is the only Pokemon that can speak, other than like the psychic types that can use telepathy and shit like that. But like, yeah, Meowth just anytime I encounter a Meowth in a playthrough, I'm like, God, it's a fucking Meowth. Like If it was not for Team Rocket, I would put it in trash. Like, I just don't like it.
You know what? That's actually fair. That's actually
Yeah.
fair. Um, Speaking of trash, it might be a bit controversial, but I'm gonna put Primeape there. Like it's it it's just trash. I hate Primeape. I absolutely hate
Why?
Primeape. It's it's useless. Its stats in Gen 1 were pretty decent, I guess. But the fighting type in Gen 1 was pretty useless in comparison.
Mhm.
Like if you look down this list of normal types, how many? Snorlax, Porygon, and Porygon's irrelevant at the
Yeah.
moment because it can't evolve. Um, I mean, Rock and Ground, I guess, but
Mm.
nah, he just seems a bit useless to me. I don't like his design. I don't really like
Okay.
Mankey either. I'd put Mankey down there as well. Uh, when you get them, you think they're going to be really good, and then when you put them on the playthrough, they don't do anything.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. That is
First to
fair.
be
I mean,
boxed, literally.
yeah.
You
I
get
mean,
one in that little route by Cerulean or towards Victory Road.
yeah.
You maybe have it for Brock with low kick if you're playing Fire Red, and then it's box fodder after that. Gone forever.
Mm. That's controversial. I mean, I personally would not put it there, but I definitely can. I see your
Okay,
argument for it.
do you want to
No, no, no. I'm
negotiate a
not.
higher band?
I'm not throwing one of my negotiations right now. We only get three
What?
we only get three negotiations. Okay, that's all we get. Like, we're taking turns. We only get three negotiations, and that's it. Because I'm saving them for certain mons that I know Jake is gonna fight me on, and I will die on one particular hill. But I'm saving that for later. Um, you know, thinking on it a lot. I've never been a really big fan of Cloister and Shelter. Like, I don't think they're trash, but I think they're just bad. Like, I don't even think they're average. I just like I'm trying to think of the last time I've like ever used a Shelter or a Cloister in anything. Like, design wise, they're I mean, yeah, you know the meme with the cloister. Like, what
Yeah,
does it look
everyone
like?
does.
I'm not gonna explain what it is, but like, it's just weird. And the fact that it's pre-evolution is just a shell with eyes and a big old tongue. Like, it's, it's just it's a weird design. They're not really good at all. Like, they're both water and ice, which is you have Lapras for a reason.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I just don't like them. I don't I can't get behind it.
Saying that, it did give rise to this, and which is Slowbro, and
Hmm.
I'm edging on amazing, but I think it's
Okay.
pretty good. I think
Okay.
the design is actually really good. Um, it's a bit of like Gen 1 lore that, like, this shoulder attaching to the back of his tail was actually a separate Pokemon and was probably a beta design of a middle evolution of Shoulder and Cloister, which
Yeah.
I like that. That would maybe
Mhm.
give the Cloister line a bit more oomph to it.
Yeah,
The
I
fact that
agree.
we had a branched evolution, even in Gen 1, where
Mhm.
usually Gen 1's been classed as very basic.
Yeah.
So that saying that, I'm also going to take, because I gave you two with the Cloister, I'll take the Slowbro line, and I'm going to put Slowpoke in amazing.
I
Yeah.
would take that. Slowpoke's a vibe. It's a vibe.
uh,
Slowpoke
it's
is a vibe, man.
really good, like a really good little Cupmon, amazingly good
Yeah.
little Cupmon. So there is some like competitive bias in here, but I also think the
Mhm.
design is amazing. And then when we do get to Galar, I imagine its
Mhm.
counterpart will go exactly in the same place.
Yeah,
'Cause-
and it also, you know, I mean, we're not in Gen 2, but it has some lore Generation 2 with the Slowpoke tails.
oh
Like,
yeah,
it's awesome, and it's the personification of derp. Like, it is
is it
literally
is it the first Pokemon
it
to ever
just
be
is.
eaten?
I think so. Like that canonically, probably.
Yeah.
There's maybe a line of text somewhere, but yeah, canonically, yes.
Okay, Luke,
Another
go.
mon that I just think they're both trash is Goldeen and Seeking. There's nothing that stands out to me about Goldeen and Seeking. Like they're not great competitively. Just mm, they're just not good.
They
Like
don't really have a
I get we
trainer
have that.
either. I'm trying to think of
No,
like
I mean they have Misty has a Goldeen in the anime. I'm pretty sure Goldeen is one of her mons in the gym battles, but like it's just when I think of like Goldeen and Seeking, it's like your typical like, oh, it's not a magic carp fishing encounter. That's cool. But it doesn't do anything else. Like they're not really great competitively. They're like if I didn't grow up playing red and blue, I probably would forget they exist. And the only thing that I can think when I think I don't even like Seeking, like I don't even Seeking's just trash. The only thing about Goldeen that's maybe redeemable is that Misty used it in the anime. That's probably the only spotlight it's ever gonna get. And competitively and gameplay wise, it's got nothing going. Its signature move is Horn Attack and Horn Drill, and it's not even a stab move. Like I can't get behind that.
no, no,
Just can't.
definitely not. I completely agree. Now I'm looking at this like 150, like what we've got left. I've got a
Mhm.
pretty subjective one. Like I'm
Okay.
gonna go with the Clefairy Clefable line. I think they're gonna rank pretty much the same. Uh, but I'm gonna look at it through the tinted lens of Gen 1, which is
Okay.
not in the shining light of this evolutionary pair. They
Mhm.
got much, much better later on in the game, and I could look. I'm a big Clefable stan. It won me my third draft league title, but I'm just gonna put these in like pretty bad. They don't really
Yeah.
fit in the lore of Gen
Mhm.
1, other than like references to
Mount.
Mount Moon,
Yep.
and probably the only reason why the Moonstone is actually in the first place, and then they just maybe tied it to Nidoking and Nidoqueen because they needed some evolutionary item. I don't even know. To me, Nidoking and Nidoqueen didn't need to be a Moonstone evolution, but here we are. This is
Yeah.
what. But I'm going to put them in pretty bad. They seem pretty useless. Without their fairy typing, they definitely are pretty useless throughout the run. I guess
Mhm.
there is no reason why you would and because there's no like Moonblast. I mean, what are you really doing with them? And there's no double battles either in from what I
Yeah.
know, even in Fire Red Leaf Green. So
Mhm.
like all the supporting moves like Follow Me, Soft Boiled, Helping Hands, they're not there anymore. Like, well, they are
Yeah.
there, but they're useless. So I just think they're pretty bad. Like, what you're gonna? I'm just trying to think of what you're gonna use in terms of its move pool to attack. Like double edge,
You're not. You're double
tackle.
slap, double edge
Oh,
tackle, but
double
it's. I
slap.
mean
Yeah.
that. Yeah, like that. I mean that's all in metronome. Like yeah, some metronome like gimmicks you can use with it as well. But like yeah, I agree. Like it's like yes, it has some lore behind it. I just yeah, I agree they are pretty bad overall. And I would much rather have Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff, which I would have put them in average.
Yep. I mean, we
Yeah,
could just slap them there now.
yeah,
Like, to
yeah.
be
Like
honest,
that's what I'm saying. Like they're,
would
I
you?
think they're more aesthetically pleasing. I like them.
Yeah, would you put Jigglypuff in pretty good? Because I think that
I would.
design is way better than Wigglytuff.
Yeah, I mean, I would put Jigglypuff in there because I think Puff is much more iconic, and because it's in so much different media. Like it's not only everywhere in Pokemon. Everyone remembers the Jigglypuff singing and taking off its cap and drawing on everyone in the anime, but also it's in Smash.
Oh,
Like
true.
they chose they
I'm not a
chose
big Smash
Jigglypuff.
guy, but
They put Jigglypuff in Super Smash Bros. And they gave it one of the most craziest uh down B putting things to sleep ever.
it's a
Like the
force.
the most disrespectful thing that can happen to you in Smash is getting put to sleep by Jigglypuff and then getting instantly killed because you can't do anything about it. Like you're just asleep. Like it's the most disrespectful thing ever.
Okay, we're moving through pretty well.
Mhm.
I'm trying to pick up like some like lesser known ones. You know what?
Hmm.
Everyone, if you've seen my Pokemon content before, I love a good Crobat. But
Mhm.
again, through the lens of Gen 1, Zubat and Golbat are just pretty bad. They're just pretty bad. they don't really function the way they're supposed to. Like they're just
No.
mid to pretty bad.
Hmm.
Like leech life at this point is 20 base power, so that Zubat does nothing for the first few. Because I don't think it gets wing attack until like level 20 or something like that, and then at that point it's evolving into Golbat. A Golbat
Yeah.
then learns Bite, and that's probably it. I'm trying to
Yep.
think of
Yep.
I'm trying to think of poison type moves that it gets, like Poison Sting, and that's
Yeah, that's
about
it.
it. So
Yeah, that's it.
it,
That's it. Because Poison Fang's not really a thing until you play later generations. Like again, like yeah, Goldbat is like again. There's a reason why the Zubat things became a meme is because people are annoyed with them. And Golbat's no different, right? Like they're both very annoying, and they had to bring them back to grace somehow by giving us a Crobat, so
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 good.
people would use them because yeah, I like if you probably took a poll back in the day, Zubat was definitely probably one of the least liked Pokemon out there
Oh,
early
the amount of
on because
times
of
you'd be
just
like going through a cave and like
yeah,
Supersonic would come out and you'd be trapped.
so lame, so lame. Another mon that I would probably go ahead that I don't like it, and I'm okay putting them in trash, and it's just Drowsy and Hypno. I don't like them. I don't like them. They're creepy. I work with children, so I feel like I have to put them in trash because they lure children away.
I'm trying
uh,
to think, do I want to use one of my negotiations? Is this
but
one
they're
I'm gonna
like
worth
just
fight for?
you're
Um
gonna fight. You're gonna fight for I've used Hypno so many times. It's a physical psychic type Pokemon. And here's the problem. There are no psychic type moves that are physical for like the first four generations of Pokemon. Like, and it doesn't even get them. Like, it gets Zen Headbutt, and that's the only physical psychic move it gets.
yeah.
So, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not gonna use it.
useless.
My argument was gonna
It's
be
useless.
that it was the poor man's Alakazam because
Yeah, but
it could evolve,
I think you're right.
and I got put off by using Kadabra because I knew that there was an Alakazam
Yeah.
once you got to Sabrina. That is because
Mhm.
the the jealousy that rings out of you when
Yeah.
you send out your little Kadabra and you're like, oh, this has got to be it, right? Like I'm using the final Evo, and then she whips out double Spoon Boy. It's like holy shit.
Yeah. No,
And
that's
that's the main
fair.
reason why I used Hypno. But yeah, I also do really like Drowsy's design. I think he looks cool. His nose is very jarring though, very very
It's very
jarring.
off-putting. It's off-putting. It's just put it. It's off-putting, man.
Yeah,
Oh man.
I'm happy to leave. I'm happy to leave them in trash. I
Yeah,
am happy
please,
to leave them in
please.
trash. Um,
Don't waste your
don't worry.
negotiation on on Drowsy and or Hypno, please.
um, you might have to use a negotiation on this one because I also have
Oh,
massive big bias. In fact, I'm just going to throw Mankey in there because I think I made my
yeah,
case
that's
earlier.
fine.
This one, border far fetched, borderline godlike. Again, it's hardcore bias. It didn't really become good until abilities were a thing because Gen 1 didn't have abilities, right?
No, but Fire Red Leaf Green had abilities.
They do. Because then you get held items with the stick and the sniper crit rates. Basically, it's a critting machine, and it can literally rinse pretty much all of the game if you get it trained right. Plus, my Twitch chat was called the Leak Patch. It was Jig Leaks, so it's a pseudo mascot for me, and I love Farfetch'd. I think his design's cool. I never saw him because I don't know how you got him. In the actual
I think he
original
was just.
games,
I think he was just like a low encounter rate in like the
was
area
it
between like Vermilion City, like that
was
area in between Vermilion City. I think because he
was
was
it
in
a red
Safari.
exclusive?
It might have been.
That's probably why I never saw it because I was playing blue. Um,
Yeah. No, that's fair. I mean, yeah, I mean, I won't argue with you. It has personal like reasons for it.
Yeah,
So,
it has early game
like,
viability as well, which I think is
yeah,
cool.
I think, and overall, I think it's fine. I mean, it's unique. It's got a cool design with it, and I don't hate it.
You pick up what I'm
But
putting down?
going back to Pokemon that I absolutely hate, and I'm not talking about the entire evolutionary line, but I fucking hate Gloom. I think Gloom is the ugliest
Glue?
piece of shit I've ever seen. I don't know
Wh-
why. I don't like Gloom.
Where
Gloom
do you want to
is
place it?
trash. Trash.
Trash?
It's trash. I absolute when I tell you I hate Gloom. I don't I just hate it. It's weird looking, it's drooling, it's there's so many times in gameplays where I just go up against Gloom and I just get sleeped, poisoned, paralyzed. Like it's just not
That's what it's
great.
there to
And I
do.
just I know, but it's just I hate it. I hate it. Like I don't mind Oddish and I don't mind Vileplume, but like Gloom, fuck off. Get out of here.
So
Ugly.
I suppose we could stay on the what I call it. I think this is like a trio of lines here that
Mhm.
I think is pretty cool. And I think we should rank them together. So
Okay.
obviously you have Oddish, Gloom, and Valplume. You then
Mhm.
have Weeping Bell, Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, and Victory Bell. And then
Mhm.
the pseudo one, which I call like Paras and Parasect.
Okay.
Now, if I'm taking these big evolutions, I'm going Victory Bell, Vileplume, Parasect.
I would
So
be in
I
agreement
would
with you.
go
I think
amazing,
Victory Ball is amazing. Yep.
I'd go pretty good Vileplume, and I'd go
Mhm.
average Parasect. Like, I'd go in that
I
order.
I don't hate that. I don't
Yeah?
hate that, and I'm with you on that. And I will, while we're on this evolutionary line, we can go ahead and put Bellsprout in pretty good because I love Bellsprout. I think Bellsprout is a cute fucking Pokemon. I think Weeping Bell is
Average.
mid as
Yeah.
average as you know what, and I would just say, and I would go ahead and put Oddish and average as well. Like they're just very average. And then Paris, I think Paris is unique. I think it's unique enough to not be pretty bad because I don't really like Paris overall. I think it's like it's a grind to get it to become
Yeah.
a Parasect. Like it really, really is because it's just not a good mon. Like
And
it's not
I
a good
don't
mon at
think
all.
the reward for getting it there is not like
It's worth
it's
it.
it's not fantastic
Yeah.
at
Yeah, it's
all.
not.
Um, oh, we're plowing through pretty good.
Mhm.
Ooh, looking down the list, I'm gonna do. Let me have a. I suppose we could go with the easy ones. Like the trash is Firo and Spiro. Like everyone knows that this is trash. Like if you're gonna pick a bird type Pokemon, you're gonna pick Farfetch'd, or you're gonna go down the Pidgeot line. Also, these kind of get outclassed because there are the legendary trio of birds as well. Like it has no place in the game. I feel like I only saw these late on. I know you can get a Spiro really early on. Um, but the only memories I have of Firo is seeing it on the cycling road and then it clicking mirror move. And that's it. I would argue that going forward, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Do Drio and Do Trio um, are way better. Like completely like they outclass Firo in every single way. Don't give me that face look. I'm right. And I know you're not going to use a negotiation on Firo.
I'm not. I'm not. But I genuinely like Firo more than Dodu and Dodrio, and
So are you going to
I
counter
I
snipe me
I'm
and
not
put them
gonna
all in trash as well?
no no. I'm gonna put Doduo. I'm gonna put Dodu and Dodrio. Well, I'm putting Doduo in pretty bad. Like it's just get that thing out of it. Dodrio is average at best. Like it's good. It's fast. I like I like the design of it. I'm
Yeah.
not going to argue with you on that one. But I genuinely think Fearow is not a bad Pokemon. I think considering that it evolves at level 20, and you have to wait till level 32 to get a fully 32 or 30. What level does Pidgeot evolve? Is it 32 or
30,
36?
I think it's 32. No, we're
Okay.
probably all wrong. I know it's
Yeah.
early mid
Yeah.
30s. Yeah.
Well, considering that your Fearow evolves at level 20, and honestly, its stats aren't a whole lot. I mean, yes, its base stat tool is a little bit lower than Pidgeot, but not maybe by like 20 or 30s, not by a lot. I think Fearow is much more viable as a solid flying type Pokemon for early to up to Gym 4. Like I
Yeah.
think because I think it's a good Amon, but I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna use it on Fearow, but I'm just the people know, all right, they understand that Firo is not that bad of a mon, but I'll rest my case. I'll leave it at that. I was like, I was
Uh,
about to die on the hill for Firo, and I'm like, can't do it. I can't die on the hill
so
for you, buddy.
because those two were tied, I'll let you take another one, Luke. Like,
Might as well go ahead and get just the first ever generic bird Pokemon out of the way.
yep.
Overall, I would say Pidgey and Pidgeotto are average at best. I think again they're just your typical flying types. They're not great by any means. And I feel like when you finally do get a Pidgeot, you're pretty well rewarded for it, and it's iconic. It is kind of like the first bird evolution. I won't put it in amazing because I don't think it's amazing. I think it's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Like borderline, but like I feel like yes, it's the iconic starting bird Pokemon, but I also feel like it is then outclassed by other regional birds later on in the game, and I just can't. I when I
Yeah. The
think of
flying.
regional bird, I amazing Pidgeot being amazing doesn't scream out to me. It just
Yeah.
doesn't.
The flying type is a pretty rough one in Gen 1. I'm
Yes,
not gonna, there's
it
hot
is.
competition in the flying type.
Yes.
um, I'm gonna. Well, I'm looking at these Firestone Evos, mainly Vulpix and Ponyta, but there's also, where is he?
Arcanine,
Arcanine. I
Growlithe.
Yeah. So I think we could do all three of these together, and I think they're all going to be pretty high, barring maybe Rapidash. Um, I would put Growlithe in amazing. Oh
Okay.
no, he's pretty good actually. You get him too late game for that much
Mhm.
of a pre-evo to do anything. You instantly catch this
Yes.
in what is it, Burnt House? What's it called? The
No,
mansion?
you no, you catch this thing immediately in that route in between Celadon and the spooky town. That's
Oh,
where you
Lavender.
catch Growlithe. Hmm.
I
In the
always
middle of
remember it
that
just
route
being
in
in the Burnt
between.
Tower, the Pokemon Mansion. Maybe I didn't
Was it in
look
the
hard
Pokemon?
enough.
Maybe. I don't remember. I've never caught a Growlithe there. I've always gone west of Lavender Town, went that little route, and there were Growliths. That's just how I remember it. But yeah, maybe.
Even then,
But
that's still a bit late to be using Growlithe, especially when you.
it
I suppose
is.
when you're in Saladon, you're buying Firestones at that point, so
Yes.
you're instantly.
Which is why it's there. Which is
Yeah,
why it's there. Which is why Vulpix and Growlithe are in that location to kind of teach you, like you can use. Hey, here's the area with all the stones, so use it. Um, but I would agree.
saying that, Arcanine is amazing. Like it just is.
Yes,
Like
yes,
the jack of all trades, the true
mhm,
pseudo legendary. Before
yes.
pseudo legendaries were a thing. Um, I'll take Ponyta and Rapidash, and I'll leave you with Vulpix and Ninetales, I guess. Rapidash, I've got to put pretty bad. Um,
Yeah.
the reward of it is not fantastic, but I think Ponyta is average.
Mhm.
For the rate you get Ponyta at, it has some really good moves, and then before you know it, you need to get it to like level 40 something to get Flamethrower, and even then, um,
Mhm.
before the physical special split, Fire was special. So
Yeah,
Rapidash doesn't really have any place in
yeah,
this.
and yeah, I agree, and I would go ahead and throw. I would go ahead and put both Vulpix and Ninetales in just pretty good. Because again, like while I do have a bias for Ninetales myself, um, and its design is iconic, I just don't think you can put Ninetales in the same breath as Arcanine. I feel like if
No,
you're, I feel like they're just not on the same level. So putting them in the same tier would be a crime against Arcanine because then I would have to argue that Arcanine goes in Godlike because it can't be in the same level as Ninetales. Like Ninetales
that's
is
true.
great. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, Ninetales is great. Like, it's a great Pokemon. It's great competitively. It's one of the only Pokemon that has access to Drought that doesn't need Mega Evolution competitively. Um, as a solid fire type Pokemon in the beginning, it's generally it's a good fast. It's fast and it's just iconic. I mean, it's an iconic Pokemon, but I can't put it I can't put it above Jalapeno. Like, it's just so good. Arcanine is just too good.
um, I'll quickly finish off the Poliwhirl line by
Yeah.
doing this. And putting Poliwag and Poliwrath in trash. There is no
Yeah.
use for either of them.
Mhm.
It's literally that Poliwrath has little to no viability. I mean, Poliwhirl had more usage in competitive play than Poliwrath just because of Swift
Yeah.
Swim and Icy Wind.
Mhm.
Poliwag is yeah, you catch it with your fishing rod. Everyone knows you're not really going for Poliwag, you're going for Horsey.
Yeah.
Or you're going for Magikarp. And that
Mhm.
says heaps. It says heaps.
Mhm.
So I'm happy
Yes.
just to leave those in trash.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh,
We're getting there now, Luke. We're getting to what I feel like we're filling up trash a lot, and we're going to get into a bit of arguments because there's quite a lot of good Pokemon just sat here.
yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and for me, Tentacool and Tentacruel, they are
Yeah.
I think they're just I think Tentacool is pretty bad, and I think Tentacruel is just average. I just I again I kind of put them not in the same vein as like Cloyster and Shelter. They're just like and because they're there. There's nothing too memorable about it. I think typing wise, Tentacruel is really cool, being water and poison. And I think it has some cool things that it can do. But again, if we're talking in the scope of Generation 1, it's just there's just so many better water type Pokemon out there. I can't tell you a single time that anyone ever told me they had a Tentacruel on their team. I feel like I used Tentacruel more in Johto than I did in Kanto. And so I just don't really
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that. It's like the kind of, again, a little bit too late game. Like,
Yeah.
you can fish up a tentacle, tentacool, um, but at this point in the game, you're probably already rocking Poliwhirl. If you've picked a starter, you may have picked Blastoise. Um, and there's not really
Are you
a lot of use for water up until Blaine's Gym at Gym
yeah.
7. Um,
No.
because you've already passed Brock and you haven't got a rod by then.
Yes.
Um, so I think they lose a bit of credibility there because they're not going to really go on your team. I mean, Giovanni could potentially be an argument for it, but yeah, they're too common. I think that's
Yeah.
what they suffer for. They're too common.
Very too common. Like, it's either a
Uh,
Magikarp or a Tentacool.
but speaking
That's what you're
of,
getting.
like, I would rank Krabby and Kingler. I'd probably put Krabby as pretty good and Kingler as average. Um, I think they're just the better pair. Uh, the stat spread is way better. Granted, water type doesn't really get the attack bonus.
Mhm.
But the use of like vice grip
Yeah.
and who doesn't like hitting guillotine on something? The thrill of landing a 30% guillotine on something that's going to absolutely annihilate you is something that it needs to
It's
be
a great
studied.
feeling.
It needs to be
Yeah,
studied.
it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. Uh,
And I
fuck,
do like
man.
Krabby and Kingler's design a bit better.
I just really like Kingler, man.
You
Like,
really like Kingler? I think Krabby is
I
better than
really
Kingler.
do. Why?
I don't know. I just get the
What's your
vibe that
argument?
I don't think
What's
maybe Kingler's not what I expected it to be. Think
okay.
of G-Max Kingler.
Okay.
I feel like if they had a third stage, Kingler feels like a middle Evo to me for some
Okay.
reason. I
Okay.
know it's big,
All right.
but I feel
Mhm.
like it could go further, and they did that with G-Max Kingler, and that's what
Okay.
While I feel Tentacool and Tentacruel look finished, I can't see Tentacruel going anywhere. But I could see Kingler going to another level.
Okay. All right. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. So with that, since we're just kind of going through the water Pokemon right now, yeah, Staryu and Starmie, they're bog standard average for me. Like I just think they are. There's
Uh,
nothing again. There's just nothing memorable about it. Like again, like yes, Misty's gym, but like again, kind of the same argument that we're using for a lot of these water type is they're borderline too late game. Like you're not catching a Staryu until you get to Fuchsia City and you're surfing down to Cinnabar Island. Like you're not getting a Staryu until then. Like you can't unless you have like a good or a super rod. Like you're just not catching those
yeah.
Pokemon. They're very hard to come by. And then by the time you use you get your water stone. Yes, it's again, it does get that psychic typing, which again, psychic is a really good type, but it's just like
I
it's just there. I don't know.
I'm so ready to. You know what? I'm going to use a negotiation.
Oh
I'm
god.
going to
All
use
right.
it, and it's only on
Okay.
Starmie
All
because
right.
I think this thing is amazing. Um,
Okay.
it's stat spread is absolutely insane for Gen 1. It literally sweeps through everything, and it's mainly because of its move pool. So yeah, you can run Psychic when you get to Celadon City. For the water type move, you don't really have to wait because you just give it Surf. You then pick up Thunderbolt TM and Ice Beam, and with that move set, it kills the entire Elite Four. It it basically sweeps every gym leader, and there's nothing that can stop it because it's all using its special stat, which is huge. And it's probably one of the fastest in Gen 1. It's one of the best Pokemon in like a Nuzlocke setting. I always wish, like, every time I play a Nuzlocke, I want a Starmie because it's just so
Yeah.
versatile. And I never get one.
Because they're
so,
hard to come by.
so
Like they're not. It's not a
I
rare
would
encounter.
negotiate amazing. You've put it in average, so I'm going to put it in pretty good.
I was gonna say you cannot. I'm gonna put my foot down. I'm putting that fucking thing in amazing. Like it's good, but it's like
But
it's
I do
fine.
agree that you do have to wait
It's
too
yeah,
long
that's
to
my
get
biggest
it.
thing. You just have to wait too long for it. And I think yes, while the wait is worth it, when you put it into that perspective for Starmie, um, I just don't have a connection with it because again, it was so late and I've already had my water type by then.
Yeah,
But fair enough. All right, Jake.
I've burnt one negotiation.
I know.
Um, oh god. I'm just gonna get Diglett and Dugtrio out of the way and just bang average.
Okay.
Great if you're speedrunning. Dugtrio, always known as the early game abuser because you can get that early Dugtrio in Diglett Cave, basically sweep Lieutenant Surge. It'll do Koga pretty well, but, well, not in Fire Red Leaf Green because Levitate's available. But the power creep for that early game, that Dugtrio can do some serious damage. Plus, in original Gen 1, crits were based on speed, and this being one of the speediest mons in the game basically means that you can just crit everything, and it will just OHKO everything. I think it was one of the first mons that I got to level 100, which is crazy. I think I got this to
Okay.
level 100 before my starter. Um, but yeah, it's just bang average for me.
Yeah.
I think most people would agree. I don't have a sentimental tie to Dugtrio really. I just thought it was really cool when I first saw it in Diglett Cave. I was like, holy, what the is
Yeah.
this?
That's fair. Well, speaking of, speaking of the Starmie line, another water psychic type Pokemon that we can talk about, which is not on the same level as Starmie, is Golduck. Golduck is pretty bad. And
It
I'm saying
is.
that with my chest. He is pretty bad. That being said, Psyduck, on the other hand, is pretty good. And it's only pretty good because it's fucking iconic.
It is.
It's not it's literally Jake, all right? That's Jake, all right? Like
That's me.
that is Jake right there. That is our Psyduck, our little Australian British Psyduck. from the good old mystery dungeon days. But again, it is just it's iconic, man. It's like on the same level. I would still put Slowpoke above it for like level of derpiness, but
Yeah,
Psyduck is like right up breathing down its neck on like just the derpy water type lovable fuck that unfortunately the good thing about Slowpoke is that when it evolves, it evolves into something good, and when when Psyduck evolves, it evolves into mid-ass Pokemon that shouldn't. It's just not. There's just you're never using a Golduck. I am sorry. You're only using a Golduck unless it's your favorite Pokemon, or you are in a Nuzlocke and you need a water type. Like
yeah.
no one is using Golduck. Like
Again,
there's just
Tentacruel vibes. It's
yeah.
sorry, Kingler vibes. It needs another
Mhm.
Evo. Like it's ready
Yes,
for another Evo, and
and
it
its
just never
stats
got
aren't
one.
great. At least Kingler has a big ass fucking attack stat.
um, speaking of trash, let's just get Dugong and
Yes.
Seal in there. It
Yeah,
not
I forgot they existed.
yeah, because it was Seafoam Islands. Pretty much get
Yeah.
like locked into Seafoam Islands and down to Cinnabar. So yeah, way too late to be actually viable. Um,
Yeah.
and actually bring down Lorelei's team. To be honest, Lorelei's team
Mhm.
would be pretty harder if she didn't have to use a Dugong. Um,
Yes.
and then, we're going to use. I'm also going to put electric type is fairly hard to come by, but
Yes.
these two ultimately just let down the line. The whole type in general, they're completely useless. Well, other than a bit of speed and just clicking self destruct, they don't really tie anything into the storyline. They feel a bit misplaced in a way and a bit boring on the design front. I understand it's meant to be designed as a Pokeball, but taking the Gen 1 lens off and Captain Hindsighting all the way to Gen 5, Fungus was much a better iteration of something that's disguised as a Pokeball other than Voltorb. Like, I get the chronological lore behind it that it's a Haunter that has possessed a Pokeball. But then why would it evolve into Electrode? It loses its spark when Electrode comes into play. They're trash.
I'm gonna let
They are trash.
I'm gonna let I'm gonna let the internet take care of that one for you. And they're probably gonna agree with you, so it's
Yep.
fine. Um, I'm looking at them now, and we're talking about water types. I'm not quite ready to move off the water types, but Horsey and Seadra.
It's a tough one, this, because it gains a typing in Fire Red.
Does it get the dragon typing less as Seadra?
I'm pretty sure it does. Unless I played too many
No,
ROM hacks and I've
no.
been absolutely
You
tainted
played
by
too
it.
many wrong. You played too many wrong hacks. It does not get dragon type until it's a Kingdra.
Oh, well, it's
So
still trash then.
yes, they're both trash. I would argue I like
Design
Horse
could
Siege's
carry.
designed to put it in pretty bad for Seadra. No, Horsey can stay in trash. No, get that thing out of there. But pretty bad, I would argue. But again, it's like this is again. I'm not going to use my argument for other things, not let it apply here. Again, it's a very late encounter. It evolves at level 37. It's an incomplete mod. It needs to become a Kingdra. Um, it's fast. It has good special attack, but yeah, I just wish they would have fully committed to that third. I wish they would have put Kingdra in Gen 1,
Yep, that would have been.
and that would have
But
saved it. That would have saved it.
you'd have the Battle of the Dragons then, which would have
Yeah, you
been
would.
that would have been cool as hell. Speaking of, I'll stick on the electric types. Magnemite, average. Magneton. In
Mhm.
fact, no, I'd go Magnemite, pretty good. Magneton, pretty average. I really like Magnemite. It does its job when it's
Mhm.
there. I like the design. When you evolve it, it doesn't really give you anything extra in a way.
Mhm.
Um, but to me, one of my favorite electric types. Again, when taking the Captain Hindsight glasses off, when it evolves into Magnezone, even better. But until
Yeah,
then, yeah, it's still a pretty good mon. And I think it does get Steel type in
it
Fire Red.
does. It does.
So yeah,
Mhm.
it it becomes really useful as probably one of the best defensive
Yeah.
Pokemon in the game.
Yeah. I mean, I have to remember we're thinking Gen 1 here.
Yeah,
And I like Magneton because I like giving it an Eviolite and it becomes great. And so
yeah,
since it does have access to Eviolite and this inspiration of Generation 1, I cannot in good faith use a argument to put it in pretty good, even though that's what my heart is telling me to do, but it's not there. But we might as well wrap up with the final electric Pokemon. That is, oh, there's two. We've got a couple, but I'm really focused on Electabuzz right now.
yep,
Electabuzz, it's the best one out of the three humanoid elementals in this game. But to be honest with you, and to be completely fair with you, I am not a big fan of either of them, of any of them. I will say I will put Electabuzz in pretty good because he's my favorite out of the three, and it has potential because again, not thinking in the future, but it does get an Electivire. You can put competitively, it's actually pretty good as alongside Magmar competitively, but design wise, it's really good. I like its design a lot, and that's the only reason why I'm putting it in pretty good. But besides that, I feel like it's an average mon. But it's the best one out of the humanoid starters, I would argue. I think it's better than Magmar, and it's definitely better than Jinx.
oh, 1,000,000%. Um, Saying that, I would still put Magmar up in pretty good.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it there. I
I
think
won't argue with you on that one.
yeah,
No.
they function pretty much the same. I do like the semi
Yeah.
derpier design of Magmar. But I must admit, as a kid, when I saw Electabuzz, I was like, "Yo, that thing is sick."
Yeah.
It just looks a bit more menacing than what Magmar does. It doesn't really stand out as such.
Yeah.
Jinx, on the other hand, it's pretty bad.
Pretty bad. Yeah.
It's pretty bad. It's really good Nuzlocking wise. I
It,
guess you could
it
say the
is.
design is kind of iconic in a way, you know? Um,
Iconic for the wrong reasons, but yeah,
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Um, I've, it's just there, I guess. I don't have any feelings
Yeah.
towards it. It's
Yeah. I'm
its
just
move
kind of
pool
mad.
isn't fantastic.
I'm mad I've
Blizzard,
never used one,
Ice Beam,
like, in Gen 1. Like, I've just never used it. Like,
yeah,
it's a rare encounter in Seafoam Islands. I've never used it. I don't have any connection to it, but everyone knows what Jinx is, so, we,
yeah.
uh, we
It's
have
annoying.
to put yeah, we
It's
have
just
to.
annoying. Um,
But that being said yeah, go ahead, Jake.
oh, I was just umming. It was a vocal stim because like
Oh, okay.
we're getting to the good parts of the Pokedex now.
We're getting to the part where I'm
we've
gonna like
we've
I'm
literally
gonna hope
avoided all
Jake
of this.
yes, we've gotten around the mons that we don't really care about, and now we're at the mons that we kind of care about. I'm gonna keep the trend on going for mons that I don't typically care about, and I don't think Jake has any real connection to, and that is going to be Rattata and Raticate. I think
Okay,
they are average. I think they're both average.
they've
I
got their
honestly
place in
think
the
they are
game.
the I think they're great early edition mons. You can do some major damage with Raticate. I mean, it gets access to Hyper Fang really early on. It's got the Fang moves, and you can use some fun strats with it. You could use it to knock it down to half health, and then you can quick attack. You can Endeavor. Yeah, it's Gen 3, so yeah, you can use Endeavor and all
Yeah,
that. Those fun moves and all that great stuff with them. They have their place in the game, and I feel like out of like the rat like early game mods, like I think it's way more way more iconic than Fur and Century. You could make an argument for Zigzagoon and Lanoon. Um, it definitely beat of like outclasses it in every way possible. But like, but besides that, I feel like everyone else they just kind of fall short, and I feel like you can make the argument that they are again, they're the first ones. They're kind of iconic, and they kind of set the status for like again, when you're playing a Nuzlocke, like I was saying this the other day. It literally you've got You've got I call them the Canto Six. You got a Pidgey, you got a Rattata, you've got the two bugs, and you've got either a Mankey or a Nidoran, and that's about it. And your
Yeah,
starter when you first start off to the game. And they kind of keep that flow. They set it up, and I feel like they deserve to be average.
yeah, yeah. I get that, and they do actually make Team Rocket like a viable like
Mhm.
force because they can
Yeah.
take knockouts. It can take knockouts.
Mhm.
I've just realised we've left Persian here, and I'm gonna put Persian in amazing. Like top tier design, viability, amazing. Functions better than Doug Trio as this has one of the highest crit rates in the game. Slash is unreal. Like I think Doug Trio uses Slash as well as like the critting machine because I think it has a high crit rate in Gen 1. This is slightly faster and gets stab boost. This thing, unreal. And I just think like the lore of it being like Giovanni's ace or pseudo ace, because technically it's a Nidoking. Um, I love Persian. Persian is one of the best mons in Gen 1. For sure. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Yep. Sorry, I have to argue against you on this one, man. I just have to. I understand your argument. I see what you're saying. Like from a technicality and battle perspective, it's a good normal type Pokemon. But the problem with Persian is that it's not that I don't think it's that good. I mean, yes, you can argue it's got stab, it's got crits and all that, but again, I don't think it's that I don't think it's amazing. I would let you put it in pretty good, and that's where I'm gonna put it. I don't think it reaches that tier of Arcanine like good. I just don't think it does. I don't think it reaches it there. I think it you can argue lore wise, I think it's an average Pokemon at best. Lore wise, I think you can put it in pretty good for the lore reasons. And your arguments for using crits, because again, I don't think like that typically when I'm playing my Pokemon games. And again, most people probably aren't. Um and I just don't really like Persian. I just don't like it.
Eh,
I think it's a bland design overall. I think it's just a big cat with a jewel on its head. And that's it. And
fair.
that's how I feel about it.
That's
So
fair.
I'm gonna use God,
One for
why
one.
did you have to put it in why did you have to put it in amazing?
One for
I
one.
was like, I knew you were gonna rank it high, but I didn't think you were
I
gonna
think it's
get
amazing.
it up to
I love that mod. I love that mod. Right, Looney
okay.
boy.
Okay.
There's some good lines here.
Mm.
This is like the upper echelon of Gen 1.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's a couple of cop out ones. We could just get them out of the way.
Okay, I'm gonna make so many people mad, but like Pinsir is pretty bad.
Yep, I agree. I agree.
Pinsir's pretty bad. Like I just don't think I think you're disappointed when you get a Pinsir instead of a Scyther. Like, and then again,
Yep.
it has no evolution, so it does nothing. It's a shittier version of its best friend over in Johto Heracross. Like again, if you're not gonna have an evolution, at least be as good as fucking Heracross, right? Um, and I just remember just being so disappointed in its moveset and learn set. Design wise, it's cool as shit. Um, but God, it's just a bad Pokemon.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's just a bad Pokemon.
That's the be all and end all of it, yeah. Um,
Yeah.
that saying, I put its counterpart in average. Bug typing isn't really great in Gen 1. It comes way too late, and it's not useful. It looks cool, it's not useful. It's really not useful. I don't see many playthroughs with Cypher on the team. Because it's not worth it. By the time you get it, it's in Safari Zone, right? So it gets
Mhm.
rinsed by Koga. It gets rinsed by Blaine. It gets rinsed by Giovanni. You then get to the Elite Four. It gets rinsed by Lorelei. It can maybe do something against Bruno. But then again, he's got rock types, so he gets rinsed by that. Who comes after that? What other types? You've got Ghost with all the Gengars and shit. That again doesn't really do much against that. And then Lance will just rip it apart of his Dragonites. It has zero viability, post being caught. The only thing that carries it is its design, and I think its design's a bit mid.
Fucking asshole. I fucking hate you sometimes. I vehemently disagree with you, but I'm not going to use my challenge and I'm not going to use my argument. All I'm going to say is everything that you said about its viability competitively in the game, its late game counts are all true. But its design is not fucking mid. Okay, you did that to piss me the fuck off. To
No,
use
it
one
is.
of my
It is.
It's
It is.
not. It's not mid. It's not. It is a fucking praying mantis with two fucking. It's so. I like Scyther more than I like Scizor. Like I literally had a shiny Scyther, and I refused to fucking make it a Scizor. And it's I just love Scyther so
It just
much.
looks a bit goofy to me. I don't know what it is. I think it's the proportion of his head and his feet.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
Moving on.
We're good. We're good here. We're good here. Um. Okay. So the Veno Nat and Veno Moth line. They're pretty bad. Like I just like I don't think they're great at all. I think they're mid. I think again we're running into the same argument that we are running into with again after the Celadon, when you start getting into Fuchsia City, you're kind of in the late game at that point.
Yeah.
Um, it's yes, it's a good poison type alternative, but Venomoth isn't great. Venonat is kind of mid. I think you can get Venonat
You
at
can get it
Rock
early,
Tunnel,
but
but
it
at
doesn't
the end of the
evolve to like
day, you're
42.
no, it's late. It's like
Late?
30. It's like late
38?
30s, like 38 ish. So again, it's late game. And again, is it that much better than Butterfree and Beedrill? I don't think so. Um, so I don't think it's worth it. And I do like the lore though that Caterpie uh and Metapod were supposed to become Venomoth.
Yes.
And I like that lore. I like that
Yeah.
lore a lot. But that's all I like about that's the only thing I like about that line is the lore.
I suppose we could tackle the bug lines.
Okay.
What's your favorite? This is a hot, decisive topic. Butterfree
Beedrill.
or Beedrill? I prefer Beedrill as well. I
Yeah.
want to put Beedrill in amazing. I want to put it in pretty good. But in all intents and purposes, it's just bag average.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. I love it. I
I
love it.
really want it to be higher. It's so cool.
I love it. And even though I don't like Butterfree as much,
I'd
Butterfree has to go pretty good for its iconicness, man.
Yeah, and
Like
its
it just
viability.
does.
I am looking at viability.
It's
Like
much more viable.
confusion over
Yeah.
the
Early game
sting
confusion.
move
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
Plus the
I mean,
sleeps and
put
the stun
yeah.
spores. It's yeah.
I mean,
I
all
said
Beedrill's doing with its poison typing is poison stinging you.
yeah.
That's it.
Saying that, I do like Weedle and Caterpie's design, and I would put them in. I want to put them in pretty good. What do you say to that?
Yeah. I don't think
And
they're iconic. They're iconic bugs of the generation.
yeah, and then Metapod and Kakuna, they can go in pretty bad because
Yeah.
they're meant to
Because
be.
you only have them for 3 levels. That's
Yep.
it. They're just there to show you that Pokemon evolve, and that's why they're there. Yeah.
I'll quickly take
Go ahead.
Raichu. This
Okay,
is
knock 'em out. Yeah.
it's a tough one
It's a tough one.
because if you bring it forward generations, Raichu becomes one of the best Pokemon, like supporting Pokemon in the game.
Yes.
But in Gen
Raichu's a good
1,
Pokemon.
it doesn't really carry the weight of what Pikachu does. I'm just gonna put in an average. A lot
Okay,
of
I'm fine with
people
that.
don't like its design. I love its design.
Mm.
But yeah, you're not really using Raichu enough because Pikachu is just like it's fucking Pikachu, man. You don't want to evolve
Yeah,
it because
you're right.
you're
No.
following the anime law, right? When Ash tries
Yeah.
using the Thunderstone and it doesn't work, um,
Yeah.
so it's like, well, I'm him. I'm the best trainer in the world, so I'm going to do the
I'm him.
same. Raichu
Yes.
just gets overlooked, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I really like
Okay.
it.
I do too. I really like it as well. Um, so I'm just gonna bang out some mons that I think me and
Sure,
you probably agree on because they're. I don't feel like we have any natural affinity to it. So I feel like Chansey, I'm gonna put in pretty bad. I'm putting Lickitung in trash. Like they're
useless.
you're not using those Pokemon. I think Lickitung is an awful design. I think Chansey's only reason why Chansey's not in trash is because it's in every Pokemon Center. Um, but like besides that, like you're not using those Mons, and I just don't think it's sometimes you have to when for some reason when I look at Lickitung and I look at Chansey, those are the Mons where I look at them that just scream Gen 1. I'm just kind of like they're just there and they do
Yeah,
nothing. That's it.
yeah,
Like
it's fair enough.
so
Funny enough,
mhm.
fun fact about Lickitung, it was my first ever shiny on Pokemon Go.
Oh,
And I hatched it from an egg.
nice.
So,
Oh, cool.
and even that doesn't make me
Put it
like it.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
um, Mr. Mime, I think this is going to be a decisive one. People hate its design.
Yeah.
I think you can't hit
Mhm.
someone for the way they look. It's not their fault. Um,
It's fair.
it's average. You get it early
Yeah.
game, especially when the
Mhm.
fairy typing comes in, which it doesn't until way end. It now becomes even better than what it is. But for what it is, great psychic type early game. Um, can carry you through a lot of battles, and I think it's really
Where
viable. Its stats are actually pretty good.
where do you get
Tangler,
where do you get that
pretty.
Pokemon? Where do you get Mr.
It is
Mime?
a trade, so you have to have cut. You
Okay.
come down through
The
Diglett's
thing and you
cave,
trade. Yep.
and you
Okay.
trade. And that's the only one you can get in the game.
Okay.
Tangler, pretty bad. Again,
Okay.
it's just here. I love its design. His boots are
Eviolite.
cool, but
It does have
you
cool boots.
don't get him till after Surf, and even then, I think the only area you can get him I don't know if you can get him in the Safari Zone. It's just below Pallet Town, that little bit of
Yeah.
grass that no one knows exists. You don't really go
Mhm.
there until you're surfing back from Cinnabar.
Cinnabar.
Yeah, and it's just there. It's like, oh, that's cool.
And by
Wish I could have
then,
caught that
yeah, and
4 badges
by then
ago.
you already have yeah, and by then you already have good grass type Pokemon. So you're not really using it.
Um, Again, I'll put Porygon there as well. I'm just going to knock some like Evos out.
Yeah.
Ditto as well. Pretty bad.
Okay.
Um, I'm just looking through the lines. There's no other like single. Well, this Kangaskhan and Tauros, which there will be debates about. But yeah, those three. The like
Okay.
Porygon, I love the design, but again, pretty useless. It's chronological lore for the Rocket side of the gambling
Mhm.
corner or game corner, and then Ditto has absolutely shot up in everyone's expectations thanks to Pokepedia, but we're not looking it through the eyes of Pokepedia.
Yeah, that's what I say. Is like I think Ditto has definitely people are
It's
gonna
got the
argue with
Eevee
Ditto on
treatment.
that one. Yes, it has gotten the EV treatment. All right. So I feel like there's some mons here that we've got that I feel like we gotta kind of knock out the pre-evolutions because I think what we're looking at now is where we're getting at these evolution lines. So I feel like because I think me and you're about to lay down the line on these on the two Nidos here.
Yep,
So I'm gonna go ahead and just put put both Nidorans in I would put honestly both Nidorans in average. I
yep,
would put the middle evolution in pretty bad because they're not great. Like
yep.
you want them to evolve.
This is a toughie.
I It's tough. It's really, really tough. And I don't know which way you're gonna swing on this. I much prefer Nidoking over Nidoqueen in every aspect. I just do. And
Hmm.
I would argue that Nidoking is amazing and Nidoqueen is just pretty good. And
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't know where you're gonna stand on it because I'm just like
No,
people go
it's
back and forth. It's just like I like
I
Nidoking.
prefer
I
the
like
Queen line
Nidoqueen's okay.
design wise. Um, but there is no denying that Nidoking is the
It's just
best
better.
Mon in the game.
Yeah, yeah,
It is. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is.
yeah.
It
That's great.
again gets
So
access
good.
like Star. It's just slightly better than Starmie because its move pool gets absolutely everything. It only gets better in later generations because this gets analytic, which is too fast for, and illuminate, which is great if you're shiny hunting, but not if you're just playing through
Mhm.
the game. This gets sheer force.
Yeah, yeah.
uh, Machop, we'll knock out some first stages. Machop,
Mhm,
Geodude, Grimer. Machop, I would say, is pretty good.
mhm,
Geodude, I would put bang average. Grimer, I'd put pretty bad. Um,
mhm.
I think that's a standard line of everyone uses a Geodude at the start, and you quite like using it until maybe Gym 2 or 3. Gym
Yeah.
3, definitely Geodude becomes slightly viable because of magnitude and dig.
Mhm,
Machop is just a cool design. Everyone loves Machop.
mhm.
Better, way better fighting type. The superior fighting type to Mankey by far. Um, and Grimer again a bit too late game. Poison type doesn't
Mhm.
really do anything. It's a
Yeah.
bit boring. It's a sludge bomb. It's a sludge bag of sludge. Um, you want to take the middles, Luke?
Yeah, 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 yeah. So I think Machop is I mean, Machoke is definitely average. I feel like it's fine. But I feel like out of everything that's on the screen that is a quote unquote trade evolution, I think Machoke is fine design, but it really needs to evolve.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I think it really does. Now, I think Graveler. I would also put Graveler in average because it's not pretty good. I personally have used a Graveler on one of my first ever Nuzlocks all the way up to the Elite Four when I finally evolved it, and it did work. Like it
yeah.
was, it just did work. It was a sturdy tank. It hit hard enough. It had a decent move set, and overall, like I would argue that it would be pretty good. But I just think, in my heart of hearts, I know it's average. I'm being biased with Graveler, and I just know I am.
Yep.
And then Muck, I would argue that Muck is actually see Muck is has a weird place for me because I want to put Muck in pretty good, but I would I could see an argument for amazing because of its sheer annoyance, but doesn't get annoying until Generation Two when you're facing that fucking minimized Muck
Yep.
and the Elite Four. So that's why I'm putting it in pretty good because I don't feel like Koga really used the minimized strats and the Fire Red Leaf Green versions that I can
I think
remember
he
off the
has
top
got
of
it.
my
He
head.
just doesn't. It's not really hard coded the way
Mhm.
the
But
other
I
muck
love
is.
Ash's Muck. I love Ash's Muck though. Like I just love it. So I would put it in pretty good. I think if you're gonna go poison type and you're gonna discount gang. I think it's the best poison type in the game. I think Victory Bell kind of gets because it's grass and poison, but like when I think of a poison type Pokemon, I think Muck is like I think poison, and I think Muck, and I think Muck is a great example of the first rendition of what a true poison type Pokemon would be.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna put Golem in average, and I'm gonna put Machamp in pretty good.
Okay.
You get a really good stat buff, an increase, and a reward for evolving your
Mhm.
Machoke that you don't really get with Golem. Um,
Yes,
this thing is just like a
I agree.
Machamp is just pure power, like literal pure
Yes.
power. Um, oh god, this is getting pretty right. Coughing, pretty bad. Wheezing, average. It's not as good as Muck. It does become better,
Yeah.
but not in Gen
Yes,
1.
of course.
Um,
Yeah.
I think that's pretty decent in terms of,
Mhm.
yeah, ranking. Do you want to pick another one, Luke?
Yeah. Ekans and Arbok. Ekans can go in pretty bad, and Arbok can go in average.
Yep.
I
These
think
poison types
Arbok
just
is.
keep.
I want Arbok to be so much better than it is, and it just never is. I love Arbok's design. I think Arbok's design is so fucking cool. I just wish it was better, and unfortunately, it has not gotten better at all. It's about the
Correct.
same as it's been since Gen 1, and it breaks my heart, man. It breaks my heart. I love its design.
Um, this one's a toughie. Rhydon, Rhyhorn. Like, Rhyhorn, I really don't like his design. I want to put it in trash, but it does have some viability and usage.
Yeah.
Again, you get it way too late for anything.
Yes.
Uh, that being said, you're immediately evolving it into a Rhydon, which is just average. it is. I just don't. At this point, your team's built out. Are you using it over Nidoking? No. Are you using it over any of these pretty good ones? Probably not. Like I don't see the draw to it really. I get it was number one. It was the first ever to ever be created. But no, it's the power. The fact that you can get Nidoking so early on means that Rhydon isn't. And I've never really had a problem facing down a Rhydon. Smooth pool's not
Yeah.
fantastic. It's more. I mean, you can use Surf.
That's kind of cool though.
It is kind of cool, but there's
Oh
also
god, I'm not
Nidoking
gonna.
right there and
I
Nidoqueen.
selfishly, uh, from the last couple of months of doing a project for this channel and being using a ride on, my heart it breaks having to allow it to be an average because my ride on was not nothing but a godlike. I would never actually put it in godlike, but I would if I wanted to use a challenge, I would make an argument for pretty good, but I'll leave it be because you make fair points. Because again, yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of a normal playthrough, and I'm not ever using a right on. I'm using
No,
the Nido King instead, and that's exactly what is make. I won't argue with that because I have nothing that can be like I like it better personally, and that's it.
Most of the time, people are getting Rhydon at Cerulean Cave because you can catch it in there.
Yes,
You're not evolving that
yes,
Rhyhorn
agreed,
because
agreed.
that again 42 for a Rhyhorn is a hell of a long time in Gen 1.
Yeah,
All right. Um, there is a couple of single stages. I'm looking at this row 2 and row 3, Luke, that we need to knock out before we get into the dicey
yeah. The
business.
last row.
Um,
All right, I'll go ahead and just take the kid gloves off on this one, and I'm telling I don't give a fuck about any of these fossils besides Aerodactyl. I think Ammonite and Amistar are pretty bad. I would argue that Kabuto is trash. Kabutops is average. And Aerodactyl is amazing. That's where I
I would
stand
agree with
with it.
everything you just
You
said.
can, yeah, like I think the only reason why I have Ammonite and Amistar above trash is because of Twitch plays Pokemon. That's it. Because I'm
Lord
telling you right
Helix.
the fuck now, no one is everyone who picked the what was it? The
This,
dome was Kabuto, right? The
yeah.
Helix fossil was disappointed when that thing came out. And then evolved into
Especially
the
when
same thing.
especially when you saw what you could have had in the Pokédex entries.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then the reason why Kabutops is just average is again it's a it's not great in the games that it's present in. It's not great. It's not a great mod in Red and Blue, and it's not a great mod in Fire Red and Leaf Green. It's finally good in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee because it has access to better moves. Um, but it's not a great mon. It's a physical attacking mon, and it doesn't get any good physical moves. Like you're really going to be using Rock Tomb and Slash,
Yep.
and that's about it. Because it doesn't have Aqua Jet, it doesn't have Wave Crash.
No.
You don't want to chance a Hydro Pump on that thing because it's not even doing that much damage anyways. And then Aerodactyl is just it's fucking Aerodactyl, dude. That thing is like when I think of the definition of cool, it doesn't. I don't care if it's not great or not. Like I think Aerodactyl overall is a good Pokemon. Don't get me wrong, but is it amazing competitively? Depending on how you use it, yes. In the
Yep.
grand scheme of things, not really. But it's a fucking pterodactyl with teeth.
It's good.
There's there's nothing
love
I
it.
don't like about it. I
I love it.
cried when they mega evolved it. They took away its hands.
Yep.
Like I was upset because it's just that good. I'm still mad about that.
There's a couple we can knock out as well. Like we all agree, Onyx is trash. It had so much potential,
But it's
and
just
you
so
couldn't
bad.
do anything with it.
It's so bad.
We're not going to beat around the bush. Magikarp is trash. It's supposed to be there. Let it be there. Like it. It is. It learns splash and tackle. It is the definition of teaching the player patience. Like it. It just is. Like you can't put it above any of these mons. You can't. Is it? Is it? Is it better than an Electrode? Is it better than a
I think it's more.
Kabuto? No.
I think it's more iconic than anything in the last row. It's
Yeah.
iconic.
But,
It's a met. I'm not gonna. I'm not using it. I'm not using the challenge. All right. Okay. Okay. We're
yep.
good. We're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Um,
Jake hates Magikarp, guys.
I do. I do. It's meant to be that way. It's
Yes, it
hard
is meant
coded
to
that
be
way.
a not. It's not. It's meant to be an awful Pokemon. Yes, very much so.
We could pair up on Cubone Marowak. I think Cubone's better than Marowak. I
agree.
prefer it. I would actually put Cubone in pretty good, and I would put Marowak in just average. Again, you evolve it, and it gets put back in the box.
Yep.
There's cool lore behind it, but at the end of the day, that is what it is. Sandslash and Sandshrew, we should really knock out.
Yeah, they're average at best. There's nothing great about them.
I'd even argue that Sandslash is pretty bad.
I don't. I think it's a better ground type viability than Rhydon just because of its location, and I think it's better than Dugtrio personally.
Okay, fair enough.
That's just me personally, and it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool looking, man. It's fucking sick. It's an armadillo with two sides.
I'm trying to pick of ones that we probably won't fight over. Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Kangaskhan, Tauros. Give me your opinions.
I don't like. I think both Hitmons are pretty bad.
Ooh.
I don't think they're great, and I don't. If you want to argue average, that's fine. I think I think Machop, Machamp, and Machoke outclass them in every way. I don't, and the game that they're in, they're not great. Not, and I think the superior Hitmon is the one in Johto, by far. Like it's not even a question. And I think, yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Like I get the Hitmons and the Psychic Gym and the Psychic. So you get them in Sabrina's gym. You get them at level 30, and what are they really killing? Nothing, because you've beaten Brock. It's kind of the same argument with Primeape and then like.
In fact, I'm going to argue that Hitmonchan is average because this doesn't get access to the elemental punches.
Okay, but can you get? But they don't. But you. Okay, let me make my argument. Hitmonchan doesn't get access to the elemental punches unless you breathe. Because this doesn't learn them by moveset and there's no teams for him.
I thought there was in. I remember it in Fire
If
Red,
it
but
doesn't, well, okay. If it comment section can let me know if it does get the elemental punches like natively, and you don't have to do like breeding shenanigans to get them, I will accept. You can save your argument because I'm trusting your knowledge on Pokemon, and
I
I
wouldn't.
will. But I know, but I will say that if that's the case, Hitmonchan is better than Hitmonlee, but not by much.
I'm
And I
googling
would
it.
still
I'm googling it
Google
because
away, Google away.
it does learn it by level up. Fire
Okay,
Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch.
okay, there you go. Fine, there you go. You can put it in average.
Yep.
You saved your argument. I'll let you have that one because I was dead set that they don't learn it. That you have to breed that fucker down to get that thing to learn any
Saying
punching
that,
moves.
does Hitmonlee then?
No,
Because Hitmonchan can get jump kick, which I thought it couldn't. Like, it doesn't make sense.
no, Hitmonlee does not have any. Hitmonlee doesn't use its hands.
It hasn't. I was gonna say it hasn't
I mean,
got hands. It has.
it's got hands. It can use close combat.
Correct. This one, Hitmonlee is subjectively worse because it can't get elemental punches. Yes, it is faster, but the only moves that it learns are normal and fighting type moves.
There you go. Perfect. All right. Fair enough. Your knowledge of the game beat mine, and so you get to save yourself a little challenge because I will. If I knew that, I would have put Hitmonchan in average. Um, that being said, I'll let you take Kangaskhan away, and I'll let you go ahead and say what you want to say about Kangaskhan.
Again, you just don't use it. It's not average. It is pretty good, but it's not amazing. In the eyes of Gen 1. Every generation after this mon just gets progressively better to a point where it is almost godlike.
Yes.
But
Yes. Agreed.
and it does have the Safari Zone buff of it being like really hard to catch, and you want to use it. I think Giovanni does have one, and when it does come out, it doesn't really do much other than Mega Kick.
Yes.
But again, it's probably one of the best, but not the best, normal type in the game. So it's pretty good. Tauros?
I really like Tauros. Tauros is one of my favorite Pokemon for just
Against
sheer
Safari
like again,
Zone buff.
it's my favorite normal type Pokemon. Like we did our chart a long time about a year back, and my favorite normal type Pokemon was Tauros. Um, but I will say that Tauros is not a great Pokemon. It's just not. Unfortunately, it's not a great Pokemon. But I refuse to put one of my favorite Pokemons in pretty bad, so I'm gonna put it in average because I think it does have some viability. I think
It's a
over.
cool
I personally
design.
think it's. Yeah, I think personally, like we know my opinion on Persian, but I personally think it's better than Persian. I think again, you get it pretty early on. I mean, yes, you get Tauros pretty early on, but you're not really rocking a Persian until around the same time, in my opinion. I don't think so. Um, and it gets access to some good TMs. It gets strength. It can use Surf as well. So it's interesting, Mon. But yes, stat wise and just overall as a Pokemon, is it a great Pokemon? No,
No.
but I absolutely love and adore it. And I loved Ash's Tauros as a kid. Fucking loved that thing. He's
Can we both
fighting
agree
the champion
that
on the Orange Islands. I loved it.
sorry, I've just like interjected.
Yeah,
Can
go
we
ahead.
just agree that like Eevee is pretty bad?
I mean, it's oh, Jake, man, the internet's gonna hate us. But yes, I agree. I don't really give two rat's
It's
ass about Eevee
it's not a
as a
starter. Don't
Pokemon.
stop trying to force it down my throat that it is a starter and it's trying to give me some like
Yeah,
pseudo feelings. Like it's
yeah,
bad. And it's meant like
yeah,
the whole point of it is because the evolutions are great. But
yeah. It's
it's
not. Yeah,
not
it's
this
that's
chronological starter that they've tried to force feed me. I'm not having it.
Yes.
I'd put it in trash
Yes. I
actually
agree.
if it didn't have some sort of iconic
Yeah. If
weight
it wasn't
behind
an
it.
Eevee.
Yeah,
If it didn't turn into all the evolutions, yeah, I would agree with you. Um, now here's the fun one. So we've got the far superior trait evolutions right in front of us.
yeah,
Um, and I would argue that the first Ghastly and Abra are both average. I like Ghastly a lot, and,
yeah.
and Abra,
Little cup monsters.
yes. But then I would argue that Kadabra stays an average, but Haunter goes to pretty good because I think Haunter is much more. I think Haunter is better than Kadabra. I
It's got
think
a
I've
really
used
good
a
design.
Haunter.
Yeah,
I think it's just better design wise and lore wise. I like how it's there. And then
Gen 1 Gengar is objectively trash.
it's so bad, but it's fucking
Oh,
Kangar, dude.
I'm happy to put it in pretty
I
bad.
Jake, no, we cannot put Gengar in pretty bad. It's a Gengar. It's
It's
iconic.
garbage.
It's yes, it's garbage, but it's the ghost type Pokemon. Like
They
you
can't
can't
use any ghost
like you can,
moves.
it can in Gen 3 and Fire Red and Leaf Green it can finally use ghost moves.
Yeah.
Generation 1 it's and Red and Blue it's trash, but Fire Red and Leaf Green it's actually very viable.
So we're going average.
Uh
Because let's put it this way: this Alakazam is amazing. It just
yes, Alakazam is objectively amazing in
it
this
has been
series.
amazing from the start. Um, this was trash. Then they made it amazing. They made it godlike, and then even later they had to nerf it. So
I if you want to if you're gonna put Alakazam in amazing, you have to put Gengar below it. It's not average. It's iconic. It is the ghost type Pokemon.
yeah,
But yes, and the game's introduced and it's absolutely garbage and trash. But in Fire Red and Leaf Green, it's great. It's fine in Fire Red and Leaf Green. But Red and Blue, trash.
it does make me laugh because when the remakes came out, they were like, "Oh, get the best Pokemon in the game, Gengar," and then you just think like, no, you're just getting, you're just getting
Yeah.
trolled.
Yes.
There's
right,
an
well,
outlier here. We need to get this execute out of here.
yeah. Execute is it's just pretty bad.
Yeah, it is.
Execute is just pretty bad.
Now
That being said,
I'll let you take
yeah,
Clive.
I mean, yeah, I feel Clive Executor. If we are going solely, if you're gonna put Poliwhirl in Godlike, I'm putting Executor in Godlike, and
I
you
would.
cannot argue with,
I'm
and you
not even. I'm
cannot
not. I
argue.
know. I'm not.
You
I'm
can't.
not.
You
I
can't. You
agree.
can't. You
I
can't.
agree. I
You,
didn't
you,
used to like this mon. I didn't used to
yeah.
like it, and it's grown on me so much. To now, it's like
Mhm.
one of my favorite Gen 1 mons.
It's so good. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. It's iconic because it's like just so fucking derpy and stupid looking. Like it's dumb as it's so derpy. I absolutely love it. And then yeah, like I mean I'm no the reason why it's called Clive and not Executor is because draft league man. I took a Pokemon that no one saw any potential in and won MVP of a league where I won 2 games. But every time I brought that thing, it just showed out and it's just so good. I absolutely love that Pokemon. It
Yeah.
holds a very special place in my heart.
Oh, Gyarados Lapras. Gyarados is just amazing. It is. Design
Objectively.
flawless. Move pool flawless. Technically wants to be a special mon in Gen 1, but even then, fucking Hyper Beam
Yes.
Gyarados is iconic. It's like
Yes.
iconic. Lapras is just bang average. Lore behind it, amazing. Amazing. Like, there's only one of them, they're extinct, oh my god, and then you get given it and you're like, holy moly, this thing's like, and then you use it, not so much. So I'm going to put it in average.
I can't argue your logic. I just love Lapras. It's like this
It's
one of those
great.
mods where
The
I
design and the
love it.
lore is carrying it.
Yeah, it
Because
is
it
my.
would be pretty
I
bad.
think. Yeah, I mean overall, it's not a great Pokemon. It's just not. Like it's not.
It's
Unfortunately, like
the
if we were going
surfing
based on
Pokemon. That's cool.
yeah, yeah, like viability wise, it would be in trash if we were to look at it objectively and take off our the fact that it's a Lapras that's sitting in front of us. If it was not named Lapras, it would be trash.
Yep.
Um, okay, fair. And then yeah, we're down to Snorlax,
Yep.
and I think Snorlax is just pretty good. It's not amazing. It's not godlike. It's just pretty good. Because you're not you. I'm sorry, you're not using Snorlax. You're just
Uh,
not.
I am.
And your
And
playthrough,
I
are you
have through
using
every
Snorlax?
playthrough.
Oh fuck, really? I've never
um,
used Snorlax. I've
I
caught
would.
that thing and boxed it immediately.
Oh
Every
man.
time. I think
How
it's
many? I
pretty
think I've
good.
got. I think I'm gonna have to use my
You got
second
to. You
negotiation on
got
this one.
to. Yeah. You got
I'm
to.
gonna have to because I would have put it in godlike.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Gen
explain your
one.
god
Gen
explain
one.
godlike to me. And I
It's
might let you have it.
unreal viability. Unreal
Okay.
viability. There's nothing that can touch this in Gen one. Bearing
We're
that
talking red.
by
We're talking red and blue.
yes.
Okay.
Yep. Barely any fighting coverage, if any. And even then, it tanks absolutely everything. Rest is completely abusable in Gen 1, especially with rest and wrap mechanics and whatnot. Its move set of body slam and how broken paralysis is, plus earthquake, plus surf. It can basically do absolutely everything. And the iconic fact that there's only two of them in the game. I think it'd have been even more iconic if there was just one. But the whole lore behind the poker flute, waking it up, it is, in my mind, one of the legendaries of the gen. Like, it's got an overworld sprite at the end of the day. You can't not say that that's more iconic than it blocking the way. And it just sweeps the Elite Four. It can sweep the Elite Four. I mean, even on the remakes, you then get access to setup moves which are absolutely ridiculous, like Curse.
Okay.
And I think it then gets Facade, which is which is even worse. I'm happy to meet in the middle,
All right.
and I'm going to use my negotiation. I'm going to put it in amazing. I fucking love
Okay.
Snorlax, especially when it gets abilities as well. Gluttony, Citrus Berry Gluttony is unreal. You can't kill it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think now we're God. All right.
I think we're going to have to
All
knock out
right.
the evolutions, right?
Yeah, that's where we're going. God, as my opinions on the evolutions have greatly changed over these last couple months. Um, very much so. Jolteon used to be my favorite Gen 1 original evolution. And I would still argue that Jolteon belongs in pretty
I,
good.
yeah, it's up here.
I I,
Like it's
I would
borderline amazing.
I, I would just because I would argue that we can put Jolteon in amazing because the fact that we're looking at this list and barring a legendary Pokemon, there's not a single electric Pokemon that's a and pretty good. There isn't. Like I'm looking at it. There. Oh, Electabuzz is
Yeah,
still pretty
Electabuzz,
good,
but
but
Jolteon's better than
Jolteon's
Electabuzz.
objectively better, and then Pikachu's up there just because it's godlike, because it's fucking Pikachu. I would argue that Jolteon is amazing. I would then say that Vaporeon is honestly just average.
Yep.
I don't think it's amazing. I think I love the fact that it's got really big HP, but it doesn't dish out a lot of damage. And if you were to ask me a couple months ago, I would say that Flareon would be pretty bad. But in the aspect of the generation one Fire Red and Leaf Green, it's still pretty bad. But I can't put it in pretty bad. I'm going to put it in average. I just
Yeah.
can't because it's grown on me. It's grown on me tremendously. Um, it's a physical fire type, and unfortunately, there are no physical fire type moves in the games it's present in until Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and that's it. Unfortunately, for Flareon, like he's just
Yeah.
it's a circumstance that he was created before a physical special split, where its fire types moves were special, but and it just didn't have any access to it. So it's unfortunate, but it's grown on me, so I have to put in average. But if you were to ask me this January, not last year, I'd honestly probably put it in trash.
Yep.
But it's grown on me tremendously.
Dragonite line. I think it's it's
I
100% amazing.
yes, I agree.
And then I think the other two are just bang average.
Yeah, I agree.
You could
I
probably
was
put no, Dratini is not pretty good. It's not.
no, they're all they're
Dragon
both
Rage
average.
carries it.
It's the only Dragon Rage is the only thing that carries it.
Yeah.
Because without it, it's a fucking worm till level 37. Oh boy. All right. Mew and Mewtwo. Uh Mewtwo is godlike. He just is. It's Mewtwo. Like it's iconic. Like it's the I'd argue it's the legendary Pokemon. I would say in terms of importance to the when you think legendary Pokemon, Mewtwo is the one that comes to mind.
Ho-Ho
Because
came
also
first.
it's yes, very very true.
Hashtag
But when
Ho-Ho
you
came
think
first.
it but just think about it, right? Like
No, it
Mewtwo,
is. It is. It's
it's got its own movie.
movie.
It's like the final boss of the original games. You can only go find this Pokemon after you become the best trainer in the world. And then also the fact that it's in fucking Smash again, just iconic status.
Yeah. Mew's a hard
And then
one
with
because it's not
Mew's
objectively
hard.
available.
No, it's not. And most people have never used a Mew. They know what Mew is. I would argue like you can't
It's
put
pretty good. It's
Mew.
pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, I would put Mew in pretty good. I'm okay with that
Yeah,
because
it's
it's the
just you don't
viability.
usually get
Is
to
it?
use this.
Yeah, and it's iconic. I mean, the reason why it's in pretty good is because it's iconic. Availability aside, it's Mew. It's iconic, but like, yeah, you're not using Mew, but it's iconic. And the cool thing is, it's iconic because everyone knows, especially me and Jake from back in the day. Everyone was trying to push that goddamn truck, trying to get that Mew. Right?
Yep.
Like it's iconic for that reason alone. All right, let's get the
Uh,
birds out the way
the birds.
because this is where the arguments are going to start. We're going to be throwing down.
All right, Articuno's
I
easy one. Average.
yes. Okay. I'd argue pretty bad, but that's fine.
Nah, it's won a couple of regionals. Like
Okay.
in the Hail Blizzard is unreal.
Okay.
I'll let you go.
Zapdos is objectively the best bird. I'm
Yes.
just going to put that out there.
Yes.
Moltres, unfortunately, is just a shittier Charizard, in my opinion. It's just a shittier Charizard. Because it's just again, it's so tough because I like Moltres too. Okay, I really like Moltres, and I like Moltres even better in Fire Red and Leaf Green. than I do in the originals because he's just a bird in a cave in Victory Road, but then he gets his own storyline in Mount Ember and
Yeah.
Fire and Red and Leaf Green.
I absolutely love Moltres.
But I know you do. I know you do. So I'm gonna put Zapdos in pretty good because again, it is quad
All right.
weak to rock. But design wise, I think design
It's
wise,
not quad
I
weak to
think it
rock.
out.
Quad weak to rock is
It's,
Moltres, but this is
wait,
just
oh, okay,
the typing is great because electric is weak to only ground,
yeah.
and then it's flying, so it's immune. But then it's 2 times to rock because of flying.
I'll
Um,
I'll put it in pretty. I'll put it in pretty
yeah,
good.
if you've put that in pretty good, I can't put Moltres any higher, so Moltres is bang up.
Okay.
No, it's just average. It's just average. Yeah.
Okay.
That thing won me a draft league. I said
Mhm.
Clefable carried me. It was providing support for a choice specs Moltres with Heatwave. Um,
Yep.
but yeah, it's not as good as Zapdos. It just isn't.
Yeah.
And its
This isn't.
design is objectively the worst one of the three.
Yes. I was gonna say design wise, it's got a lot left to be desired. All right. Here's
Oh,
the.
the OG
This is
9.
where.
1 to
Yep.
9.
All right. I think we can all agree that Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle all go in amazing because they're just the starters. You
Yes.
can't you can't argue you can't argue that. You just can't argue that. Like they're just iconic for a reason. They're objectively amazing. Honestly, they should have their own tier and just be called the starters. It's honestly kind of not fair. But I'll put them in amazing because they are the starters. They are the iconic. There's a reason why there's a trend where everyone who gets a fucking child makes them pick the three. They're just iconic and they're all great. Now, this is where things get a little spicy is the middle evolutions. I have some strong opinions on the middle evolutions of these Pokemon. And some people may argue with me and they may not, but I unfortunately think Wartortle is the worst of the middle stages. I just do. I
Yep.
think Wartortle is bang on, honestly, just average, maybe pretty bad, honestly. Because again, I don't like Wartortle's design. I think he's just the worst middle. I think Ivysaur and Charmeleon could go in average. I think if you were to poll people, I think everyone would say Charmeleon looks the coolest. But again, they're the middle stages. They're not great in general. That's how I feel.
Yep.
Yep.
Can't negotiate on that one.
Where are we
Even
putting
though I want to.
Venusaur?
Where am I going to put Venusaur?
Yeah, where are we putting Venusaur? 'Cause I'm sorry, guys.
It's
Venusaur is
amazing.
objectively the worst. It's
It's
just
amazing.
objectively the worst starter. It's fair. I'll give it to you. It is amazing, but it's objectively the worst one out of the three.
Correct.
Like, just
I'll
it
put it
just.
pretty good. I'll put it pretty good. It's not amazing.
I mean,
It's not in this. It's in this.
yeah. It's not in the conversation. There's a reason why I don't have the poster anymore, but there's a reason why it's Blastoise versus Charizard because it's the iconic. It's the two images, and where are you putting them?
Amazing.
Okay. He's amazing, but
He is.
I'm sorry. Charizard is just godlike,
And I have a
and you cannot
negotiation.
argue. Nope. And I
And
have a negotiation,
I'm not going to
and
use
I've
it.
got.
And we have tied ourselves on the negotiation standpoint. No, I'm not going to use it. Unfortunately, he is the Pokemon poster boy. He is.
Yeah, he just is, unfortunately.
He has unfortunately
Like,
transcended.
yeah,
Luckily, he came through it. Other than Eevee, that tried to get the poster boy treatment and ended up in
yeah,
pretty bad.
yeah. Yeah. I think everyone knows. I mean, Charizard is my favorite Pokemon of all time. It's the first one I picked. It's the whole reason why I picked red. I love the story between Ash and his Charizard. My first level 100 Pokemon of all time was the Charizard that I master brain cheated to get to a level 100. Um, but yeah, Charizard. It's just it has transited. It's gone above this. It's gone above starter. Like that's just kind of where it is. Like because again, you have the starters, and everyone knows the starters, and everyone. Not all starters are created equally, but they're always someone's favorite Pokemon. Like whatever. When
Yeah.
you pick a game up, in these generation games, and when we go through these generations, you'll see like when you pick a starter, like they're just starters, so they iconic. Those are usually the Pokemon you connect with the most. But Charizard has just transcended. It is like the iconic Pokemon. It's
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, it's just a fucking fire dragon, and people like simple ass shit and cool ass shit, and that's just why
It
Charizard
is what it
is.
is.
Yeah.
I'd maybe put Venusaur in amazing, but the problem is it tails off towards the end of
Yes.
the
Agreed.
playthrough.
Agreed. Agreed.
It loses viability once you get past. Well, once you evolve it from an Ivysaur into a Venusaur. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Blastoise, because it is the middle, like it's meant to be the stable pick, it maintains
Mhm.
viability for the whole playthrough. And then yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with what Luke said. Charizard is Charizard at the end of the day.
Yep.
He is, and
But here we
that's
go.
our Gen 1
That's the Gen 1.
tier
Gen
list.
1, baby.
That's pretty
Probably the
good.
longest one. Probably the longest one out of this series that we'll be doing because of the sheer amount of Pokemon. But I will say I'm actually I'm pretty impressed by our tier list because I like the fact that taking away our two biases in Godlike being Poliworld and Executor. I think the iconic status of having Pikachu, Mewtwo, and Charizard up there is
It's
pretty
right.
good.
It's
And
correct.
yeah,
Subjectively
it's the
correct.
correct answer. It's the correct answer. And if you guys don't think so, let us know in the comments, guys. But until next time, guys, we will see you on the next video where we'll be covering the Johto Pokemon. Bye bye.